Hey everybody, friends, family, followers. This is Alex, Eco Instant, underneath a guamo tree, Ingadulis ice cream bean. They're starting to become harvestable, and it's early morning. It's really the only time I can do these, and I wanted to take you through a project I've been working on and the implications and observations I've made regarding that project. Let me take a little taste of this ice cream bean. Mmm. The ice cream bean, you just suck off the ice cream from the bean. There's still one left in here. All right. Well, this time of quarantine, we've been landlocked here within our farm, more than usual, and so undertaken some work. I am looking into transforming this old horse pasture into a chicken run, a very large chicken run. The chickens have been helping me, and we'll meet them in a little bit. But I wanted to go around this end and introduce you to, after the beautiful ice cream bean, I want to introduce you to, it might be considered the enemy. Here we go. This is Bracharia, an invasive grass. Now grass, allelopathic in nature, is kind of already invasive. Grass is an invasive family, you might say. But this is a particularly invasive grass, Bracharia, known for associated with cattle, and it's a forest that's been turned into Bracharia pasture is generally considered, from what I've read, the lowest level of ecosystem that can support life. Funnily, oddly enough, this is a low quality grass, so cattle will eat it, but my horse would only eat the seeds. She looked like a little pansy, just the little seeds on the tip, just the tip. And other animals, the sheep, they would have anything else. Let me give you an example. For this, tends to clump together, gets taller based on what's around it. Let me take you through here and spin you around here and show you some of this native pasture. This is amargon and some other native grasses, woody shrubs, nitrogen fixers. There's two nitrogen fixers here, a fuzzy one and a non-fuzzy one. This native pasture is full of different species, and I know some of their common names, and I don't know a lot of their names. Dozens, at least a dozen species that I can identify by sight in the native pasture, and we used to watch as the sheep would pick different ones that they would eat in order. This system is infinitely more complex than the Bracharia, so that's why we might call it the enemy. But it spreads, so we want to prevent its spread. I've worked on this haystack method here, and I believe the haystack will activate some microlife. Center column would start to decompose. We'd maybe get worms. I know the chickens now start to look around the edge and scrape around the edge of the piles. This had really become overrun, this field, since we sold the horses. Even their mitigation with the seed eating had dropped quite a bit. There are birds, and so they did their part, but and we can see as we open this up, there's not a lot that could survive. This really got overgrown, so it even started killing some of the broomstick woody shrubs. Not the, for example, this tree is an espadero. Chilco is a common name, and we could see it appearing, and we like to let them. That's a nice, good wood, good for firewood. Grow your own firewood. And so as we open this up, we do it kind of in stages. The chickens are helping me. Let me go check that out. We're not using the Roundup. I'm not using a weed whacker either. The weed whacker, especially with the grasses far gone, I guess, or advanced state, the weed whacker does not give me the control to leave the trees. I need to, because you need to search out the roots of the grass and only chop those. And here we go. Hey gals. Hey gals. All right, they're in here, and I throw grass to them and food, and I also let them out usually around 4 in the afternoon. 4 to 5:45 they'll be out, and then they'll automatically go back home and look for a little food and water before roosting. And but we let them out late so they can't get in too much trouble, but because we save on fencing there, we save on fencing, and so they can still get into some trouble. In fact, with 15 layers and the rooster, I find it funny that it's really rare that more than 13 chickens will go in one direction. There's almost always 1, 2, 3 that are rebellious and go in the other direction. But generally, most of them will come with me and help me as I cut slowly, go through the grass carefully. They'll come in and scratch and peck and find all sorts of exciting things. And this is just one corner of our agroforestry system, and we're facing this Bracharia grass. If you have any strategies, let us know. Our primary strategy is the shade that we're going to have as we let these woody shrubs and trees grow through the grass. And we're using the chickens to do so. So I would like to, hopefully over the next month, fence in this area for them as a run, and they can be out longer time scratching and help control and make ready for planting what was once a horse pasture. And so hopefully I'll keep you guys up to date with that. This is a long-term project here on Buena Vista, and so now we're back to those ice cream beans. All right, well, I think I've earned it then. I got it here in my pocket. If you are in the tropical area, I recommend Ingadulas. It took about 5 years to give fruit, but sure makes you feel good in the morning. You need something called an ice cream bean. God bless everybody.